Hey, welcome. Mlb Dfs pre-lock live for Friday night. Pete Cole here. I'm running solo. It's been a couple days. I got shut in from the hurricane down here. We lost power. A lot of stuff going on, but we're back today. YourFieldersChoice.com, $35 a month for new subscribers. First 6 months, we cover every sport. If it is played on DK and FanDuel, we cover it. And we actually got a lot going on this weekend. Tonight, WNBA. Beside MLB, we got WNBA, a 4-gamer at 7 p.m. If you're a WNBA fan, actually, this probably take a half hour. You can check out Walt's show on demand. He did a show last night with Adam. It was a WNBA soccer combo show. But there's, I said, 4 games tonight for WNBA. There's a 10:30 showdown, Minnesota and Vegas. We got golf next couple of mornings, showdown, John Deere Classic. What else we got? KBO early in the morning. Well, I guess it's, like 4 or 5 in the morning. Guys are still crushed. I'm still seeing winning lineups in our winning lineup room. MMA tomorrow night. And then we got there's some NASCAR tonight, the Corn Belt 150. Eric Beakey, I believe he's got content out for that. Yep. One is posted. And then tomorrow we have Xfinity. And then Sunday we're going to have the Quaker State 400. So Eric will have all that stuff. He'll also have, every day he's got CSGO articles, all the esports stuff. And then soccer. We got the Euros finals. We got Copa America going on. Adam's covering that. He's also on that combo show with Walter, so you guys can check that out. Even for soccer, but you got till tomorrow. Just chat to us, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Some good stuff going on. But we're here for MLB. MLB is still our flagship. So what's going on tonight? 15-gamer. It's a big slate. I kind of like the slate, actually. There's a lot going on. Some decent prices, decent pitching, decent hitting. So let's look at weather first. There's not a lot of weather. Finally, we don't have to worry about some of our main pitchers being postponed or delayed or so on. We have in the Baltimore game, White Sox in Baltimore. Looks like, looking at Kevin Roth, the DFS rotor grinders weather guy, saying it's already cleared Baltimore, so there's a chance of some pop-ups, but they should be good to go. In the Mets game, Pittsburgh got the Mets, some scattered showers and storms. Actually, well, I do like the pitcher in this game, but there's a chance for a delay any time. But it looks like it should be good. And then Philadelphia, Boston, rain is gone by first pitch. So weather's not too bad. We just want to pay attention to probably the Met and Pittsburgh game. Anything else, like wind blowing out, I don't see any crazy Fenway winds blowing out 10 miles an hour. Um, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, Padres and Dodgers games, but that's pretty much pitcher-friendly park. So, all right, good to go with weather. Vegas right now. Let's see if anything has changed. The highest implied lie right now is the Red Sox and the Twins are both at 5.9. Red Sox are playing Philadelphia. The Twins are playing Detroit. They're both 5.9. Red Sox open up at 5.7. Twins open up at 5.5. Anybody else below them? White Sox 5.4 because you're going up against Baltimore, hitter-friendly park. Bad pitching staff. Then you got San Diego at home against the Rockies 5.4. Dodgers, one of my favorite stacks tonight, 5.4. And then you got Phillies 5.3. My other favorite stack, which I'll also mention later, is the Giants. They're at 4.7, but I like them tonight against the Nationals. All right, that's Vegas. Anybody that's watching, any questions, just throw them into the live chat. I'll answer them. If you want any questions about comparing players, GPP, cash, so on. If I see the question, I'll answer it. Pitching tonight. So looking at our your fielder's choice cheat sheet, and it will be updated again before lock. But right now our pitching is we're looking at pretty much 4 pitchers tonight. I am at cash. I put that in my top places out. I got Charlie Morton, who I like a lot, Taijuan Walker for the Mets, Kenta Maeda for Minnesota, and Alek Manoah for Toronto. So for cash, we got to pick two pitchers, obviously, on DK. So right now my SP1 is going to be Kenta Maeda. And same thing, he'd be my main pitcher in FanDuel. The main thing in Maeda is the price. He's only 7, especially in DK, he's only 7-1. He's 7-3 on FanDuel. He has up and down season, but he's a big favorite. I think the latest I saw, he was a 205. Has that changed? He's a 238 favorite, so he's actually went up a lot. So I think he's one of the biggest favorites on the slate, second highest favorite to the Dodgers. So big favorite, coming off his best start of the season. Last week, going 6 innings in Kansas City, allowing just 2 hits, no runs, while striking out 10, walking just 1. That's the Maeda we saw from last year. I mean, this year's been a roller coaster, though. If he can limit that wildness to walks, he can definitely get to the 6th inning. And then we have a really high point per dollar pitcher tonight for Maeda at 7-1 on DK. He's pretty much going to anchor most of my lineups, mainly because of price. He's allowed also 3 earned runs or less in 7 of his last 8 starts. Detroit is actually hitting better, 306 WOBA, but they still are striking out 26% of the time. So Maeda is my favorite pitcher tonight on DK and FanDuel. He's my SP1. So who are we going to roll in cash for SP2? I'm a big Charlie Morton guy, but my problem with Charlie Morton today is his price. It's 96. Taijuan Walker is 9,000. Walker probably has the highest ceiling. No, actually, Walker probably has the highest floor, and Morton probably has the highest ceiling. That's why I may be leaning right now Walker as my SB2 over Charlie Morton. Going up against Pirates. Pirates 289 WOBA, 124 ISO, league worst, both stats. So that's what I'm saying. He's got definitely a decent floor. Walker has struck out 5 in his last 3 starts. He does have Pirates strike out. The Pirates don't strike out a lot, only striking out 22% of the time, but I still think he's definitely a better cash play, probably, than Morton. I'm not saying I love it, but I probably think he is. I mean, he hasn't gone less than 5 innings since mid-May. He's got a 46-9 strikeout to walk ratio, which is excellent. Last 30 days, Pittsburgh, I mean, they don't strike out a ton, but when they do hit the ball, they do very little with it. Hence the 290 WOBA, 82 WRC plus. So I think Walker probably is a safer play. Morton has been good lately. I bet you by the end, Morton may catch more ownership. Last 4 starts, 28.2K to walk ratio, 287 Sierra. That shows how locked in he is. Decent matchup against the Marlins. They're kind of middle of the road against righties. Last 30 days, 98 WRC plus, 305 WOB, which isn't bad, but near 25% K rate. So right now, I'm kind of leaning Walker as my 2, and Charlie Morton is kind of like a 2A, I guess. Then it kind of brings us Alek Manoah. I'm seeing some places Manoah actually may end up one of the highest owned pitchers actually of the night. Mainly because his price at $7K. He's actually even $100 cheaper than Maeda. I watched him a lot in the spring training. He's a stud. I've probably seen him, I bet you, maybe 10 or 11 days. Then we saw him, when he made his debut against the Yankees, blew them away. And he's been really good as of late. So it's pretty much gonna, I would say, put all these questions about his ability to bed right now. He's a strikeout guy, 29% K rate, extremely low whip, 1.01, which pretty much shows you clean. It's gonna be clean base pass. Not too many guys in base pass when he pitches, and he allows a lot of fly balls. However, against righties, going up against the Rays have a lot of swing and miss. The righty bats, 26.9%. So the Rays are kind of boomer bust going up against a pitcher like Manoah. I still probably have him as like my 4th ranked guy. I'm not sure why, but I really think you can use any of these 4 guys as your two SPs on DK. But right now I'm leaning Kenta Maeda and probably Taijuan Walker for the Mets. That's where I'm going. Don Day's asking Manoah or Walker GPP. Definitely Manoah. 100% Manoah. He's got the ability to run the slate tonight to have the highest DK points or FanDuel points on the slate. The thing with Walker, Walker's got a nice floor, but he doesn't have much of a ceiling. Walker's more of a catch pitcher. All right, so any other pitchers I kind of like for this is very condensed even for GBPs. I don't like a lot of other guys. Maybe Blake Snell. We know what Snell can do. When the changeup's there, he'll strike out 11, 12 guys. But when he loses the field that changeup, all of a sudden he's walking everybody. So it turns Snell into all of a sudden a GBP pitcher. When the last couple of years he was always a cash lock. But until he can get that changeup under control and pitch it regularly, I think he's more of a GBP play. He's still got 29% K rate, 30.6 CSW, but he's not going deep into games. That's always been his problem. And actually, the Rockies don't strike out a real lot against lefties. So a lot of red flags there. But definitely for GBPs, I wouldn't mind Snell. Anybody else? Not maybe Wade Miley. Also, Zach Thompson's been scratched for Miami. He actually was one of my favorites tonight for GPPs, but he's been scratched. So, yeah, probably just Snell and probably Alex Cobb. I knew there's something I was missing. Alex Cobb. I'm a huge Alex Cobb guy. I still think he's a little bit volatile for cash games, but he's kind of like the opposite to Taijuan Walker. If you look at his logs the last few games, I've been burned by Cobb. I've won a lot of money with Cobb. 28 DK, minus 1 DK. 29 DK, minus 2 DK. 18 DK. And then 32. So Cobb's all over the place. He does have a decent matchup tonight going up against Seattle. Seattle's got 295 WOBA, 160 ISO. They do strike out 26% of the time against righties. But still, when you just look at that log right there, it's GPP play, volatile, but boom or bust. But Cobb actually could go out there and get you 40 DK points tonight against Seattle, definitely. And then Jake Odorizzi. But Odorizzi, to me, doesn't strike out enough guys. He does a lot of runs, kind of a safe play going against the Yankees, though. But to me, no. Nothing with Odorizzi tonight. All right, that's pitching. Unless you guys don't have any questions, I am going to move on to round the bases. Catcher. I'm kind of going by my top plays, and anybody else has been popping up as the lineups have been cut. I haven't seen too many big punt catchers that we can use tonight. I think that the top play is going to be, the favorite play is going to be, is JT Realmuto. His price still hasn't dropped. On DK. For some reason, they're leaving him below 4K. He's going to be high owned, so if you're playing cash, you kind of have to play him. Just roll him out there and use him. He's still has a 371 expected WOBA, but he's not having a great season, not hitting a lot. But for $3,800, he's way too good of a hitter, especially against Garrett Richards. Garrett Richards for Boston's turned into a terrible pitcher. I still can't believe he's in the rotation, but he is. His past 5 starts have been a nightmare. He's allowing a 460 WOBA. He's walking people, giving up hard contact. I love the Phillies tonight. I actually like that whole game as a game stack. But Real Muto's going to be popular. If you're playing cash, just run Real Muto out there and forget about everybody else. The way I'm looking at it. For GPPs, I don't mind Sean Murphy going up against Jordan Lyles. I definitely like Sean Murphy. Let me see anybody else here I like. There's not a lot in catching tonight at all. Just John Hicks. I'm playing him in a few GPPs. He's $2,900. He does have the platoon advantage against Cole Irvin, and Hicks has been crushing the ball. I mean, this last week since he came up, 3 homers, a bunch of ribbies. So I don't mind John Hicks because he got the platoon. Maybe Manny Pena in GPPs. He's 3,100. He's got the platoon advantage against Wade Miley, and Zanino's always a GPP play. You got Will Smith. Will Smith does hit righties better. Looks like Widener's now pitching now. It's not Smith. So yeah, I guess Will Smith could be definitely a pay up also. Righty on righty. Smith's definitely good reverse splits. 246 ISO, 404 WOBA. Catching kind of sucks tonight. So if you're playing cash, roll out Real Muto and just move on. That's the way I'm looking at it. All right. Said if you guys have any questions, just throw them into the live question room. Here we got one. Collins, GPP, or Hase? Eric Hase, definitely GPPs. Yeah, I mean he's going up against Maeda. Just make sure you're not using Maeda in that game. I mean Hase's still been. He's been crushing the ball. It's righty on righty. Definitely gets lefties better. But I would still run Hase in GBPs over talking about Zach Collins, right, for Chicago. Yeah, where's Collins in the order tonight? He's betting. Well, Collins not even playing, so you can scratch that. Sebi Zavala's playing, betting 9th. So Scott Green's asking about Hicks. Yeah, I just mentioned Hicks. I do like Hicks tonight. Definitely GBPs. 7080 WOBA, 1200 ISO crazy numbers. I mean, this is limited at bats. But for cash, you got to run Real Muto. It's going to be high owned against Richards, who's a gas can, allowing 385 WOBA in that reverse. You got to use Real Muto in cash. Just if he does hit a bomb or 2 and you don't have him, you're going to be screwed in cash. But definitely John Hicks and GBPs. All right, we can dump catcher, get out of there. Let's go to first base. First base always. I mean, you got Ohtani tonight. Always play him, even though it's lefty on lefty. But I'm to the point now where Ohtani's matchup proof. Lefty's Marco Gonzalez. You can handle him. But probably at the end of the day, Vlad's probably still the top play. If everybody's talking about how he's been a better reverse splits hitter this year, but I did notice looking at his the last month. I can't find Toronto. Over the last month, he's really turned it on. Let me see. We'll have the last 2 weeks, 3 home runs, 593 WOBA, 281 WRC plus, and a slash of 333, 444, and 1067 against on that positive split on Vlad. But to me, Vlad's a top play. It's looking like Jose Abreu is probably getting the most ownership at first base. Our cheat sheet is showing Abreu. Basically, he's going up against Lopez in Baltimore in a hitter's park, Oriole Park. Abreu's batting third, but I don't know. I mean, he's facing a righty. I'd rather see Abreu against a lefty. I like to see where it pans out before the last projections we have before lock. But I'm still, if I'm going to pay, what's Abreu's? Abreu is 6K. If I'm going to pay 6K for Abreu, I'm probably just going to go to Vlad, who's dropped to 5-6 against Shane McClanahan. Now, Shane McClanahan, I should have mentioned McClanahan actually is another GPP pitcher. The kid can throw strikeouts. He's very volatile though against Toronto, but we have seen Toronto get shut down maybe like once a week. And McClanahan's the type of kid that can do it. He can get you 8 strikeouts in 4 innings. Anybody else for first base? I like Carlos Santana. I'm liking Carlos Santana more and more as the day is going on. I like his price. I like everything about him tonight. I actually may end up with Santana in my main lineup mainly because of the price. I just lost him here, but Santana is definitely in play for me. Bryce Hoskins, but all of a sudden he's over 5K. But he's hitting 380, 3 home runs over the last week, smashed by against Garrett Richards. Bobby Bradley for Cleveland, GPP play though, but solid spot against Keller. He's a power hitter. I always like Ryan Mountcastle for Baltimore. He's back cleanup again. He's only 3-4 against Dallas Keuchel, but I am looking more attention on Carlos Santana tonight. So besides Vlad, Santana may actually be one of my top cash plays. Good question. Is Texas Roof open? I haven't seen. I used to see a tweet about that. Let me call it up. I got a feeling it's closed. They usually, maybe one of you guys can find it. I'll spend too much time here on it. One of you guys, like Arizona has they have right on their website, but I don't know if Texas, bearing rain, the roof will open. No, never mind. I don't know. So I'll try to look up for the end of the show. Alex Kirilloff, yeah, good question. Good question. Kirilloff's in play. I don't mind Kirilloff. Maybe that's a good question. I mean, going back and forth between like a Kirilloff and a Carlos Santana. Kirilloff definitely has power, but I'd rather see Kirilloff. Well, no, he's going up against Matt Manning. 158 ISO, 310 WOBA. So yeah, Kirilloff's in play at 3,800. Yeah, definitely. I still think I like Santana better going up against this McKenzie. McKenzie's been wild. I'm giving up a lot of hard contact, a lot of power. Plus, Santana's been hitting 350 over the last week. 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Santana's not a home run hitter, but he's hot right now. So I may just run with that hot bat. But definitely, Kirilloff's a good play. Gavin Sheets, 3,700 can be in play. Who else we got here? Of course, always Matt Olson going up against righty and Jordan Lyles. Matt Olson, 5,400 can definitely be a cash play. Max Muncy definitely going up against righty Widener. So a lot of good plays tonight at first base. And then, like we said, we had Hoskins. And now we got Freeman going up against this new guy for Miami. Because I still have Zach Thompson, Anthony Bass. So Anthony Bass is a righty. So now it puts Freddie Freeman in play, even though Freddie Freeman is 6K. That's a lot of money. So Freeman's probably more of a GPP play, but he's going up against this. Honestly, I don't know much about Anthony Bass. I know he's a prospect, but definitely Freddie's in play here. Just got to note that actually David Price is going to start tonight, which I thought we knew. Carlos Correa has been placed on the injured list. Health and safety with his COVID stuff. So let's say Correa's on the Blake Snell. That just came across. I didn't realize Blake Snell got scratched. He's on a 10-day IL. So I missed some news here. All right, so scratch Snell, scratch Carlos Correa for Houston. And we know David Price is definitely starting for the Dodgers tonight. Don Day's asking Kirilloff in or put Santana. I'm probably leaning Santana for cash. Christian Walker, yep. Christian Walker is at 2,200. If this was a slate, if this is like a DeGrom slate, and we had two high price pitchers, I could even see using Christian Walker as a cash play at that price. Christian Walker's way too cheap. Is their lineup out yet? I'm assuming he's batting cleanup against David Price, but 2-2 is definitely way too cheap. Even though he's not hit, I mean he's getting hits, but that's it. I mean he's getting like 3 points, 5 points, 7 points. But yeah, Walker's in play. GBP. All right, second base. Going on bases, second base. There's not a real lot. I mean, I think probably Gene Segura for Philly is going to be popular again. He's going to be cheap, gives you good exposure, cash games only. He'll probably be in my cash lineup. Definitely, yeah. He'll be in my cash lineup because of the price and the ownership. Anybody else? Brandon Lau, upside. If you're going to play Tampa, you want to play Meadows and Lau together, always against the righties. A guy like Manoah is great for Lau and Meadows. He's a hard pitcher, throws hard, but he also gives up a lot of hard contact and fly balls. So Lau or Meadows can both lose it tonight. So Lau's in play. Jorge Polanco's in play. He's Jorge Polanco's putting the ball in the air. Jonathan India is in play for Cincinnati. I'm assuming India is leading off tonight. Yes, he is. And 33 games since June 1st. He's hitting 322, 28 runs, 10 extra base hits, 3 home runs. So India is another nice mid-range play. And then you got, of course, Max Muncy. Definitely crushes lefties. So Max Muncy is in play. But now it's Taylor Widener. Well, Muncy is righties too, so don't worry about that. Muncy's in play is now Widener instead of Smith. They're my top second baseman. Anybody else I'm missing? We got Witt. I think Witt's a great play. Always with that power speed. But to me, I think you're gonna either run Muncy or run Segura. If you're gonna pay up, it's Muncy. If you're gonna pay down, it's gonna be Segura. You 2 top plays. But Segura cash. Third base. Looking at, I keep forgetting about ownership, but third base. Our last projections got Moncada, J. Ram, and Luis Arias all about the same. FanDuel's got Moncada and Donaldson. Third base. I am on. Man, I drew a blank. Who am I on third base tonight? Oh, J. Ram. J. Ram's my top play at third. Personally, I want to get J-Ram and I want to get Tatis as my third base and shortstop, and I should be able to get it with Mayetta, and if I'm either using Walker or Morton. I'm glad you brought that up, Scott, about the Kirilloff, because I'm thinking about Kirilloff. I think Kirilloff actually is a better play than Santana probably in cash now. The more I'm thinking about it. Santana's still a good play, but I think I may actually lean a guy like Kirilloff. All right, so J. Ram's my top play for cash. He's been in quiet, but I'm hoping he may come in a little bit lower owned because of a little slump. He's got smashed by against Brad Keller, 397 WOBA against right-handed pitchers, and Keller's allowing crazy hard contact. If you don't go J. Ram, definitely the other play is Justin Turner. Since June 6th, Turner's hitting 383, 5 doubles, 5 home runs, 13 runs, 15 ribbies. And he started out the season really hot. Then he had a lull in May and maybe half of June and first week of June. Now he's hot again. So definitely J. Ram or Turner. Anybody else that Luis Arias maybe. I'm sorry we got Trey Turner up, but it's supposed to be probably Justin Turner in the pictures. But then Manny Machado, GBP play. They're going up against Freeland, who sucks. You can also probably run Machado, Tatis also. I had no problem with that, but I'm going to try to go J. Ram Machado. I mean, J. Ram Tatis probably. Not positive, but. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, it's a big total for the Twins. The total is up to 5-9. The kid for this Manny kid for Detroit is a gas can. He's a prospect, but he hasn't done anything yet. So I agree with you with the Kirilloff call there. All right, so shortstop. Didi Gregorius may be the popular play. But I'm gonna do everything I can to get Fernando Tatis, and I think we should probably have the money. So Tatis right now with Vlad, the two spirit hitters in baseball, both matchup proof. If you can get to Tatis, you play him in cash. Didi is there at 3-8. If you can't get Tatis, great matchup. You got the Platoon of Bands against Richards in Fenway and Boston tonight. Also got Elvis Andrus down there, 10 for 24 against Lyles, lifetime, 417 batting average. And I also like Willie Adams. I like Adams a lot tonight. I was looking 44 games since the trade in Milwaukee. He's got a slash of 289, 369, 547. 258 ISO, 399 Woba. He smashed the ball, plus matchup against Miley. But at the end of the day, still Tatis. So if you can't get to Tatis, maybe Miley. If not, drop all the way down to Didi. And scratch Carlos Correa, who's been scratched. Maybe Bogarts also for GBP. Any questions on like third base or shortstop before we go to the outfield? All right. Outfield. Outfield's gonna be crazy. I'm in my cash. I'm looking to play Phillies and Twins. I'm over to Phillies and Twins tonight. So my number one play, I'm probably gonna make in 2 cash lineups, but my top play is Bryce Harper tonight. He's smashing. 1.064 OPS, 10 runs, 3 doubles, 4 homers over his last 10 ribbies. Facing Richards and Fenway, who's been getting smoked, 55% hard contact for Garrett Richards. 546 CR since June 1st. So Harper is my top play. Projections, ownership is going to tell us. Right now, we're looking at Brian Goodwin, who's actually hitting cleanup at 3,900. But Harper's your play. We got him at like 15% ownership. That's when there's plays you don't think about it, you just roll it. There's also a couple other plays up there. You got Nelly Cruz again tonight. Always a decent cash play. JD Martinez. I love JD Martinez tonight too. That's why I may end up making 2 cashes. Smashing right-handed pitching, 394 WOBA, but 264 ISO. Hitting 346 at Fenway. Good spot against Vasquez. I like Castellanos tonight, always, because he destroying lefties all year. It's Lauer. Like I said, I like Austin Meadows tonight against Manea. I like a lot of outfields, but at the end of the day, I think Harper's your top play there in high price. Mid-range, I like Tommy Pham a lot. He's 5 for 10. 4 runs, 3 doubles his last 3 games. Will Myers is only, I think, 4K. He's in play. But I'm probably going to drop all the way down to Andrew McCutchen, because McCutchen is hitting cleanup again. And only 3.2K. Should against Garrett Richards, bomb call, definitely. And in order for me to get to like Tatis and a J Ram, I got a punt spot. And the guy we've been mostly has been Trevor Larnach for the Twins. Larnach is still under 3K. What is he? He's batting third tonight at 2.8 against Matt Manning. Got the platoon advantage. Hit 380 over last week. Larnach is my top punt. That's how I'm playing. There is other popular plays are going to be in that range. Alex Verdugo for Boston, 3.9. Brian Goodwin, 3.9. Cody Bellinger, 4.5. He's in play. That's pretty much it for cash plays. Yep, I mentioned Meadows. Of course, Benintendi is always a cash play. He's safe. But I'm going to do everything I can to probably run Harper, McCutchen, and then like a Larnach play. And I'm going to make another lineup with JD. But I do like the Red Sox tonight too. All right, that's outfield. Any questions? There is questions. Let me see here. Kepler and Kirilloff and outfield JP, definitely. Because I'm actually running a lot of twin stacks. If you're gonna run a twin stack, I would be running like to be different. You can run like a Kirilloff, Polanco, Kepler, Miguel Sano, something like that. The bottom order. Yep, you can definitely run those 2 guys. And Scott, you're thinking the same thing as me. Harper and Kutch in the outfield for cash, definitely. That's the way I'm going tonight. In cash. FanDuel. Trey Mancini outfield 2.6 is, I guess, a good play. Tommy Pham 2.5 is a good play in FanDuel. All right, so pretty much if I'm my core right now is going to be probably Maeda, JT definitely a catcher, probably McCutchen and Harper. So Maeda, Real Muto, McCutchen and Harper. My FanDuel, Maeda, Max Muncy at 3.7 should be a core play, and Tatis at 4.3 should be a core play on FanDuel. Mullins is still below 4K, right? He is facing a lefty, but I don't think that should matter the way he's hitting right now. But let me go to outfield there. Mullins is going to be low on tonight too, because he's facing a lefty, but he's crushing lefty. He's crushing everybody. I don't know why I can't find him, but yeah, Mullins is in play. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's in cash. I mean, if you're playing Harper McCutcheon, it depends where you're going. Your shortstop and third baseman, but Mullins definitely. If not, though, you can definitely play him in GBP. You can definitely run a whole Baltimore lineup in GBP. Baltimore's a sneaky GBP also. Yeah, so he's going up against Kushel. Dallas Kushel is a lefty, but he's hitting lefties. 202 ISO, 374 WOBA, but 303 batting average. Mullins hitting everybody this year. Slowed down a little bit the last couple of days. Well, yes, the last game against Toronto, but the couple games before that, I guess he had back-to-back home runs, so he hasn't slowed down, sorry. But yeah, Mullins always in play. I should be playing him more. Eric, any interest in Ibanez at 2-2 for Texas, betting second? That's a good. Does that Texas lineup just came out? Or did I miss that? For some reason I thought Texas wasn't out. Yeah, Ibanez first and second. The problem is you probably don't need him with the way other places are going. I mean, the Segura's going to be so popular, but Ibanez is not a bad hitter. He's going to get you like 5-6 points, but I think you probably just end up going with Segura there. But Ibanez doesn't play WGBPs. Yeah, definitely GBPs. Like if you're going to run like a Texas stack, I have no problem running like a Ibanez, Garcia, Gallo, Hicks, maybe like a Jonah Heim or something. Maybe just run like a mini stack of Ibanez, Garcia, Gallo, Hicks, something like that. Any other questions? GPP questions, cash? All right, so if not, just throw them out there. I just gave my cores, my top stacks. I wrote up the Dodgers and Giants with 2 top stacks. Just sneakiness wise, but definitely the Phillies tonight, definitely the Red Sox, the Jays, not as big as usual because it's in Tampa against McClanahan, but I'm liking the Dodgers, liking the Giants, Phillies, Red Sox. I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Maybe not. All right, so any questions? Let's go to Prize Picks. Prize Picks code YFC. If you're new to Prize Picks, I have a couple calls. Garrett Richards under 4K. I'll answer that question 1 second too, Eric. Garrett Richards under 4K, under 4Ks. I got Timmy Anderson over 1.5 hits and walks. That should be an easy one. And then I just saw another one I was talking here. Hold on. No, sorry. I don't know what I did with it. I got Tatis over 1.5 total bases. Jazz Chisholm over 0.5 runs RBIs. I can see him scoring a run with Jazz going in there. And a Brew over 1.5 total bases. Okay, so Tatis over 1.5 total bases. Brew over 1.5 total bases. Chisholm 0.5 runs. And then I had my other plays were Richards under 4Ks, Timmy Anderson over 1.5 hits and walks. That's Prize Picks. Eric, your question, Larnack and Kirilloff or Dalbec and Goodwin for cash? Probably Larnack and Kirilloff. That's where I'm going to go. I could see maybe the masses going toward Goodwin, hitting cleanup today, but I'm leaning Larnack and Kirilloff right now. I'm probably starting to upgrade Kirilloff over Santana right now. And then I'm thinking for pitching, I'm definitely going Maeda. I'm either going to go Morton or T1 Walker. Probably though, I feel like if I don't go Morton, I've been Morton's biggest fan this year. If I don't go Morton, he's going to do something. He's going to do something to me. So let's check weather here. So there is some talk about storms in New York. Storms should pass just north of New York, but there's potential for a few others to pop the Mets game. So that may, you're talking 40% chance for delay. That may kill T1 Walker for cash for me. And then there's little development upstream of Baltimore worth watching. It keeps building stuff. So a little bit of chance of weather in Baltimore, a little bit of rain, but I wouldn't worry about that, especially if we're not using pitching anyways. All right, so I'm probably moving on. I'm probably moving toward Morton off of Walker and not taking any chances in cash them. All right. Any other questions? 6:40. We got 20 minutes. Next show is going to be Sunday. I'm doing a WNBA MLB show. I think at 11 a.m. With me and Walter. All right. Then the MLB All-Star break. I know I'm doing a golf show with Wes next. I think Wednesday night. The last major of the year is Thursday. So we'll have some golf out for you, and we'll have some other stuff. And then I just see G said the cheat sheet has been updated. So check that out. I'll be in Discord, paying attention to weather and all that. Not, thank you guys. Thank you, Mickey, my producer. And we're out of here.